Hey everybody, it's Alexa, and I am in a very nice Honda, what is this? A Honda Fit, and I've been using Zipcar a little bit. So the question I have for you is, if you believe in minimalism, are you willing to go so far as to get rid of your own car? We have considered being car free in the past, but right now for our family, this is a very good moment where we could possibly do it. So I wanted to just explain sort of the thought process and whether or not we think we can do a car-free lifestyle. Now, we live in an urban area in Oakland, California. However, we don't live in downtown, don't live very near these zip cars, sadly. The closest one is 3 or 4 miles away. So, for instance, I got to this zip car, which I needed for a business meeting that was 40 minutes away from here on the other side of the Bay Area. So I got this car by driving here. And actually, I'm just looking at the clock because I only have 4 more minutes here while I'm in this car. But you can bike to cars, you can walk to them, you can take public transportation or Lyft. So that's not necessarily an excuse. The cost is another factor. With the zip cars, you're paying, like this one was $7 an hour, but that includes gas and insurance. So that's kind of nice. Obviously, you need to have a credit card and a good driving record as well. But the problems that I have with Zipcar or with car sharing, are that sometimes I have gigs that are far away. Lately, I've been working a lot on my writing business, so gigging hasn't been as much of a difficulty. But if I was gigging a lot, then having something like a car that I could transport things in and that was at my disposal would be important. And the other issue is my dogs. So you can't just put dogs in a zip car because you have to put them in a pet carrier, and my dogs are really, really big. So I don't really see that as an option. What it could mean would be just that we would, only walk our dogs in the neighborhood. And but there are electric bicycles. Some of them are incredibly expensive. There's like a $5,000 hipster bicycle that people drive. And on the positive side, I've been biking a little bit more. And you might be wondering, since I previously made a video about how to make your car last forever. Well, soon after making that video, and I even had the thought in my head, I thought, wow, now that we've passed 300,000 miles, I wonder if something's going to happen to my car. And sure enough, about a month later, we were hit. And when we were hit, the car, it cannot die. It's a car that cannot die. So she's still going. The engine seems fine. Right now, needs four tires, a windshield, front fender, front bumper, new hood, possibly new right front door. So you're just looking at huge, and then I think the alignment's off. So there are just a lot of issues right now with our baby. And so that just makes us feel like, okay, let's look at car sharing. Or, I've been looking at buying a new car. But then, I come back to the most important thing of all, and what, to my great surprise, my kids have been with me on this. It's the planet and burning gasoline and making new vehicles. Car sharing and taking public transportation where it's possible. Here in the Bay Area, it's not only possible to do it, there are many, many times, and people don't talk about this enough, there are many times when it is preferable. You would rather be on a ferry, on a train, or on a bus, or in a Uber or Lyft, than driving your own car, finding parking, paying a fortune for parking. And another issue, and I keep on remembering this, I took a beautiful Honda CR-V zip car to my house, parked it in front of my house, and some jerk keyed it. And they've been doing that to my own baby, which we've had for the last 10 years, our indestructible car. Somebody's been scraping my car for years. I don't know who it is, why they feel the need to do that, but they've been doing it. And my suspicions were confirmed when I saw that they had scraped the zip car. Luckily, they didn't really key it. They just kind of scrape it with a stick or something, and I was able to even kind of rub it off. But then that brings home the whole point of, like, why bring something new that we have to maintain to our house and then have people mistreat it, let alone the fact that we have dogs and kids. So those are just some of the thoughts that I've been thinking about as I consider the possibility of going car free for some time. My husband is totally down with it. He says he can get all over Oakland on his bicycle and he's perfectly content, which is really cool. And we have been a one car family now for probably like 5 years, and that has not been a problem. So the concept is go from one car to 0 cars. If I can let go of my baby, my beloved car, sell her off or donate her, and I would love your suggestions, because the main issue I have, like I said, is the dogs. Another thought I had was, what if I could find a neighbor who has a truck or a car, that they don't care about, and maybe I could share with them or pay them in some way. But I really encourage you, if you are thinking about it, we're living at a moment when car sharing is getting more and more convenient. There's Turo, there is the Zip Car. I did city car share years ago, and I think it's much better now than it was when car sharing first came out about 10 years ago. And beyond that, there's Enterprise, there's some other options that I'm going to explore, and there's even mom and pop rentals, so look into that. There's a rental called Rent-A-Relic here in Oakland that they will give you an amazing deal on daily or weekly rentals, so cheaper than Zipcar for if you need it for a day or if you need it for a week. So and he only rents Toyotas, so that's what you get with him. So anyway, I would love your suggestions on going car free, or have you already done it? Am I just behind the times and you've already gone car free? Biking with your family, maybe biking with your pets. I suppose I could do a scooter. Sometimes I thought about making a kit car, but I don't want to spend all my time working on cars. So give me your feedback. I would love to hear what you think, and check out this really pretty car. Oh, I got to get out of there.